Friends, welcome to my channel. So I know this is kind of a weird start to the video, but it's Saturday and I got all my house things done, sweeping, mopping and everything, and just kind of one of those days like lounging, and I don't know, sometimes it's not very good for me, just like mentally it just isn't good for me. And then I'm already struggle with daytime sleepiness, which I've talked about before, so that makes it worse. So I kind of just laid there a minute. Sorry, I had to pause. Well, I actually just sat on the couch and I was like, oh, this is not good, it's not helping. So you know what, I said, you're gonna go get your walking stuff on and you're just gonna go, whether you really feel like it or not. Just because I know myself, and I knew if I didn't, I would just feel worse, and then I'd be like, oh, now it's not time, I was supposed to be sleeping, and then just not feel like I was, as productive as I should have been, aside from like the housework. But that's no, obviously that's not fun, and this I know is just good for me, so that's what we're gonna do. Also, I guess it's just as well because it was hot and muggy earlier. It's not terrible right now, so that's good. Also, I've come to the other park. I've only brought y'all to one time before. It's pretty busy right now. Also, when I was sitting on the couch, my two girl dogs was laying. One lays beside me typically, but the other one that I call she's my soul dog, but she's a very emotional and everything. She was like laying on me, like a small child would, and I didn't want to interrupt her. And I was like, oh, we're just having this moment. So I waited for a little bit. I couldn't help myself. So I love my dogs. I'm also still just in an ugh feeling with myself, like not where I'd like to be, and just I am getting older, so it does make it a little bit harder too. But all I can do is my best and try to change the things I can, and this is one of the things I have control over. So do you have any plans for the weekend? Well, I guess it's already half over now since it is Saturday, but did you do anything fun? What is fun to you guys? Like, you enjoy shopping or going to the lake or pool or whatever, or having cookouts, hanging out with family? I do like that, but we don't do that too much. It's pretty up in here. Wind's not blowing, so that makes it more muggy, but it is pretty. Also, this has been on my mind a lot. It could be, related to so many different things, but it keeps coming in my head, and I said, well, you know what? Maybe I'm supposed to share it. It's the simplest thing, okay? But there's a lot of power in it, in my opinion. And I realize this isn't for everybody, but it just keeps coming in my head because I've talked so much before about being big time overthinker, big time worrier, even just continuously thinking about things that I have no control over, But it just keeps coming to my mind. Let go, let God. So, like I said, I guess since it just keeps coming to me, I'm like, maybe I'm supposed to share that for a reason. Maybe you're on your own journey of, just trying to do things for yourself, or going through something that maybe you're struggling with, or whatever it may be. I know everybody thinks and believes in different things, but for me, that's my journey of faith, and it just keeps saying, let go, let God. So if that's to help somebody, I hope it does. And let's just say if you don't believe in that way, let go, let it be, Some things just happen, or we go through, and again, if we can't control them, it's just no good for us to continue to worry about it if there's nothing we can do about it. There's only so many things we can change. Or say our reaction to things. We have control over that, but some things is out of our control. So sometimes it is best just to let things go. My thing is, lightning bugs, they're right in there. I don't know if you can see them. I hope y'all can see that. It's dark enough in here to where I can see it in person, but I don't see it on camera. Oh man, hopefully it'll show up. So beautiful. Reminds me of like little fairies. It's funny because it's so kind of dark in here, but it's still real sunny out because it's all the trees around us. But when we're out of here, it was real sunny. And I was gonna say something. I was on a subject. Oh yes. For me, praying a lot. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say, it just makes everything magically better. No. But it's my way of using my faith to get through this life. And honestly, if I didn't have that, probably wouldn't be where I'm at now. That's what's gotten me through a lot of things. And then I have my moments of my thank you moments. So I'll just be like, thank you for this, and thank you for that. And like right now, okay, I'm really thankful that I made myself just get up and come on. Things like that, because sometimes you're sick and you can't, or something's happening or going on where you can't. So I do try to be mindful of those things as well. Now we're coming out of the woods, so it'll get brighter here. Yep, definitely muggy now. I went out earlier with my dogs, and I wasn't out there that long, but my goodness, I had gotten already bitten up. There seemed to be worse in some areas than others, but of course I'm moving now, so maybe that'll help keep them away. But I hope it doesn't ever mention that bit this last time bother you if there's like little quiet times. I hope you just also like to look around. they're having a little baseball thing over here, so you'll hear it. I was thinking sometime when I'm at a different, there's another town. It's not too far away, really. I need to go to a park over there and show you guys, but its trail is gravel, and it is a small, it's like the little lake on it is pretty much like the lake that I've showed you guys on the other park we go to. But you definitely have to be careful because it is basically through the woods, and now people go there and you can picnic there, and there is a business, but it's more nature like, so you definitely got to watch for snakes and stuff. It even has little signs talking about it. And also, to me, probably be better to have somebody with you there. So at your parks, are you okay with going repeatedly? You know, like, or do y'all like to switch it up? I'm thankful there's like a couple different options here, so I can, you know, if I need to switch it up, I can. Okay, it's super busy on this other side, and somebody's having a cookout, and I'm like, oh, it smells good. Nothing like a barbecue smell. It's all in the little things. Also, I never talked about this before, but I have, you know what, actually, I did try to talk about it one time, and something happened to my footage, and it didn't make it. So, I was talking about my dreams. I have always had the craziest dreams, or either weird or bad. I don't have like good dreams typically. It's like craziness going on, or storms. Probably because I'm scared of them. But man, for like a long time now, listen ladies, y'all, some of y'all's gonna understand this. I keep dreaming that I'm having a baby. I'm like, okay, that stage of my life is completed, but I keep expecting a baby. Like all the time. I'm like, what is the deal with that? Because I mean, I loved being a mom, but mine are grown, and that door's kind of closed, should be closed. So I wonder if that's like part of a mother instinct, or if it's because you know, sometimes as moms, even though our kids grow up, we have that little inkling of, oh, I miss holding mom when there's a baby and all the things. Like, I'm always curious about what dreams mean. But also with the storms, like, I wonder if that is just because I'm afraid of them, but I'll have them even if it's not storming. Or there's like a health issue going on. Or I'm having to escape something, or needing to help my family. It's like, it's always something like, I'm like, dang, that's probably why I'm so tired all the time. I'm like, I'm struggling when I'm awake and fighting in my sleep. Like, what the heck? Also real bad because my days and nights are mixed up. And they have been for, man, long time. Now, when I was little, I might have mentioned this before, I can't remember. My dad worked graveyards, so, or at least real late. When he'd get home, we'd listen to music and dance around, and that was just our family time. So, look at this squirrel. So maybe that's why. I don't know. I mean, I had plenty of time to change it. Just always been that way. But I'll tell you what's funny is it kind of runs in the family. We're all kind of like that. So I don't know. Maybe it's just in our genes. And one of my grandmas and her sister, I believe, were the same way. I know my grandma was. She was a night owl, and she would just get her cleaning done at night. So I don't know. Maybe it is a... I don't understand genetics and all that stuff, but it is kind of neat to think that things like that can be, if they can be carried down the family tree. I would love so much to be an early bird and just get up and go. I guess too, it makes a difference if you, I don't know, if you're getting up to go to something you enjoy, or I don't know, some people's clocks are just like that. They're just the early person, and some are just not. Oh, get out of the way from me. Sorry, that's a mosquito, guys. Come buzzing at me. If you saw my last video, you'd have seen all the stingers that come for us. I really need to do my nails, my own nails. I had them pretty much prepped, and then I didn't get to them, so basically I felt like I had to re-prep them again, because okay, so if you picture, like, I'll put a hardener on, if it kind of starts to, if it's been like 2 or 3 days since I put it on, I'm like, well, no, I need to redo it. I have to start fresh. I just have to, and make sure, like this. I like to also be freshly filed. So I try to do that, and the next day do my polish or whatever I'm gonna do. But I just keep getting to where I'm not upkeeping that as well as I used to. Probably because I am doing nail tips, but I need to get back on it, and I've been wanting to get on my polish on there. I just haven't done it. Makes me feel better to have them done, but now at this point I'm gonna have to refresh them again. I need to think of some things I can do outdoors that I'm not doing. I don't know what it would be. It's hard to plan outdoors because of the heat, though. Are there things that you'd be interested in seeing? Are there things that you do? Do you go fishing or anything like that? I haven't been in a long time. I mean, if I did anything, I'd certainly plan to film. I don't know if you're interested in fishing, but also you have to wait for a little fish to come. I mean, I like going for rides but it's only so much riding around you can do. Plus, like, whenever gas had went up a lot, well, not that we were doing that a lot, but we would go sometimes, and then it stopped then. So I like to try to think of basically free things you can do. Of course, most things you do have to drive to somewhere, but I guess too, it makes a difference if you have, friends or family nearby that y'all can get together at each other's house to, I don't know, visit and cook out, do things like that. I have a small family. Some of them are elsewhere. I have a couple closer, but honestly, we don't get together as much as we should. Also, I think too, I know I bring this up a lot, and I'm so sorry, but it is part of my current journey. After my dad passed away, for a long time I was just all about my kids, because it does make you think about different things, right? And that's all I wanted to do, was be with my kids, which is, understandable. But I guess it is partly because I am such an overthinker and I'm super emotional. And if I love like deep to the core. And so when he passed away, the grief made me sick. And I had to force myself into a survival mode, because I was like, if I don't get myself together, my kids are going to be going through what I'm going through, and I didn't want. So that was a whole journey. Of course, no, you never stop grieving, right? It just goes with you. I've mentioned before, it's like a scar. The scar heals some, but it's stuck there forever. So it's kind of like that. But part of that had to be me basically shutting down in a lot of ways. I still feel deeply, but sometimes I guess it's hard for me to, I don't know completely how to put it into words, but it was like I had to stop my hurting so much that it stopped me from I guess in some ways I've shut down too much. Part of me left with my dad, I guess, is the way to say it. But everybody's journey is different. And I've done things, little things to try to help me heal. And I've come a long, long ways. But I guess I've gotten to a point too where at this time of my life, I was a mom, I'm still a mom, but a caregiver mom for so long. And then with my kids being grown, they obviously don't need me so much. To a degree, of course, but I've kind of gotten more like, well, what do I want to do? What do I need? What do I like? Finding me again, so I guess in some ways I'll get so focused on that I'll shut other things out. And I know that's not good. Sometimes I'll feel like if maybe there's something else I could be doing, but part of me is like, no, I want to do this other thing because I enjoy it and it's good for me or whatever. So so I was like shut down from the other bills.
Yeah, you told me.
But it's not good, because then, like I said, it's made me shut down too much. Also, there's different, obviously, very different types of grief, depending on your type of loss. So that would make a difference too, as to how you handle it or anything, or I don't know, things like that. I mean, even losing pets, like, that's a whole thing, because they are a part of your family. Anyway, I share those things just in case somebody may be also, going through that. I guess too, because I was a giver for so long, and I still am to a point, but I guess since I am at my age, I'm kind of ready to calm down on that, I guess, and I don't know, just like things I should be more interested in doing, I'm not. And I don't know if part of that is just because I do have mental struggles. I know a lot of people do too, so I know some will understand. It's almost where things feel more like a chore than they feel the way they should feel. I know it's hard probably to understand unless you do understand it or feel it too. Now, doing the nail stuff, filming, that feels a huge part of me. Oh, look at this little pink flower. It's pretty. Feels a huge part of me that I never had. There was a void there. It feels something that was never even touched on. But, talk about being on this journey of healing myself mentally, things like that. I still feel I should enjoy things that I don't enjoy, or things I should do that I just it was a squirrel. Oh God, I thought something come for me. Y'all, that's another thing. I'm so jumpy. Oh my good grief. Sorry about that. Yeah, I should enjoy things that I don't enjoy, but there are times where I'll be like, oh, I don't want to do that, and then I'll go do it, and then it's fun, and then I'm glad I did. Part of it is just that actual, okay, let's get going and we're just going to do it. I do feel like a lot of times if I had more energy, like I didn't have this daytime sleepiness, and listen, I have complained about this for a long time. And that really, to a degree, just doesn't get really looked into when I complain about it. I mean, I get the typical blood work most people, we all typically get. And really, normally, if that's fine, they're like, oh, okay, it's just nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I'll feel like sometimes there's got to be something. There's got to be a reason. And I know there's got to be a gazillion tests that I have not had done. Other than that, let's just say I am just a-okay and everything's perfect. Then, okay, well then if it goes back to being depression or anxiety, then how do we fix that? Okay, if you take medicine to help that, but you're still exhausted, then there's still something's missing, because that's hard to want to do things when you're so tired. And it's not just I'm just sort of tired. Like, it's an actual, like, you're so sleepy. And I know some of you know what I'm talking about. So that makes me not want to do a lot of things. if I could get all that under control, maybe I would do better or function more. I mean, I get done when I need to get done, but it's, you know, it's a daily struggle. Let's see. Oh, I saw it. Okay, they're showing up now. Hey, I was determined. I wanted you to see them. I moved the camera and then they stopped doing it in that spot. They're so pretty. Like in person, because they're all over, you can see them a lot more. That's fun though, I'm glad you got to see. Darker on this side. See if we can catch them. I don't get to see them too often. I don't really know why. Especially at home, I don't really see them. But I'll probably just do another small round on the more open area and then call it. Crazy because it's like two different worlds because it's so dark in there compared to out here. And that's why I'm still walking, guys. Typically I won't you know, go when it's dark. But there are lights and a lot of people out in the open area, so it's okay right now. But I haven't been watching my time or counting my laps, so I don't even know what I've done. I see the recording time, so I guess I should go by that. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and end it here. Thank you so much for coming on my walk with me. I appreciate it. I do hope you found some enjoyment in it, because I enjoyed talking to you. So, thank you so very much. Until the next one, have a blessed day, friends. Bye.